Umji. Song Joong Ki breaks down Live, reveals his deepest secrets no one knew for years. Welcome back to K-Drama Haven, where the stories are real, the emotions are raw, and the biggest stars finally say what they've kept hidden for far too long. Before we take you into the most vulnerable, gut-wrenching, and jaw-dropping celebrity moment of the year, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. 'Cause this is not just a story. This is a man coming undone. On camera. In front of millions. This is Song Joong Ki, the beloved actor known for his strength, his smile, his stoic charm, finally crumbling under the weight of truths he's carried alone for years. And it all happened live. The interview that was supposed to be routine. It was meant to be a light-hearted interview. A casual sit-down segment on Korea's most trusted celebrity talk show, Evening with Eun Suk, a place where stars laugh, promote projects, play games, and share safe anecdotes. Song Joong Ki arrived wearing a crisp white shirt, relaxed jeans, and his signature calm smile. Fans were watching in the millions. The comment section was flying. He joked about fatherhood, laughed about sleepless nights, spoke about his upcoming drama. Eun Suk asked one simple question. Is there anything you've never shared with your fans? Something you wish they knew but were too scared to say? The moment lasted only 3 seconds. But Joong Ki's smile faded. His lips quivered. His eyes dropped to the table. And the room went completely still. I never thought I'd say this on camera. Joong Ki's voice cracked before he even opened his mouth. His fingers trembled. The camera zoomed in slowly as he tried to gather himself. And then softly he said, "For years, I thought being strong meant pretending I was okay." The host looked frozen. Fans watching live began flooding the comment section with, "What is happening? Is he about to cry? No, I'm not ready for this." Then Joong Ki took a deep breath. And what he said next? No one was ready. The secrets he hid for years. With tears streaming down his face, Song Joong Ki finally shared the pain he buried beneath every performance, every award show smile, and every interview handshake. I haven't said this to anyone, not even my managers, not even my closest friends. But when my mother got sick, I stopped sleeping. I stopped smiling for real. I was angry at the world. I would finish filming, walk back to my hotel room, and cry so quietly so no one would hear me through the walls. I started questioning everything. Acting, fame, my worth, even my future as a father. He paused again, visibly shaking now. And then one day, I looked at my own reflection and realized I hadn't looked myself in the eyes for 2 years. The entire studio fell into stunned silence. The production team was crying. The host was crying. Thousands of fans online were crying. Social media erupts. As the stream continued, the internet completely exploded. Weibo, TikTok, and Instagram flooded with videos captioned, "Song Joong Ki live breakdown. I've never cried so much." He carried all that pain and we never knew. This is the realest thing I've ever seen from a celebrity. The hashtag protect Song Joong Ki reached #1 in 6 countries within 25 minutes. Global celebrities and Korean stars began reposting the clip with messages of support. Park Bo-gum. Proud of you, Hyung. Speaking truth is the bravest thing of all. Ayu. He showed the world that strength isn't silence. It's honesty. He spoke about divorce, guilt, and the fear of being not enough. Fans who followed Song Joong Ki during his highly publicized divorce years ago were especially emotional when he addressed that moment, for the first time in raw, unfiltered language. After the divorce, I blamed myself. Completely. Even when no one said it was my fault. I carried the guilt like a shadow. I walked onto every set wondering if people respected me, or pitied me. I wanted to prove to everyone that I was okay. But inside, I was shattered. I buried myself in work because I didn't want to feel like a failure in love too. At this point, even the crew behind the cameras were visibly crying. And still he kept going. I didn't think I deserved to be a father. Perhaps the most heartbreaking confession came when Song Joong Ki opened up about fatherhood, something fans thought brought him only joy. When my son was born, I smiled for the world. But inside I kept thinking, does he deserve a father who's still broken inside? I would hold him and think, will he ever know how afraid I am to not be enough? And then he broke. Fully. His shoulders shook. His head dropped. The studio lights dimmed as the host reached over to hold his hand. But every day I wake up, and I try to be better. For him. For myself. For everyone who still believes in me. The moment that changed everything. By the end of the interview, Joong Ki looked drained, but strangely lighter. His final words before the broadcast ended. I'm tired of pretending. I want to live the rest of my life. Honestly, even if I cry sometimes, even if I stumble, I want my fans to know I'm not perfect, but I'm real. And I'm not giving up on myself anymore. The studio stood and gave him a standing ovation. And around the world, fans stood with him from their bedrooms, phones and desktops. Hearts broken and healed all at once. What happens next? Joong Ki's team has confirmed he will be taking a brief hiatus to focus on his mental well-being and his family. But they also confirmed that he will return, with a new memoir, a possible healing documentary, and a foundation he's working on quietly to provide mental health resources to struggling actors and fathers. The working title of his book, Strong but Not Silent. The cameras cut, but he couldn't move. As the studio lights dimmed and the broadcast transitioned to its closing credits, Song Joong Ki remained in his chair, eyes red, hands clenched tightly on his lap. His manager approached with a towel and gently whispered, "Hyung, it's okay. You did good." But Joong Ki didn't respond. He simply stared ahead, as if a dam had finally burst, and he didn't know how to stop the flood. The host, clearly shaken herself, knelt beside him and whispered, "You've just helped someone out there more than you'll ever know." And that's when he cried again. Not loud, not dramatic, but deeply, toughly, like a man finally unburdening 20 years of weight. The dressing room silence. And a phone that wouldn't stop buzzing. Back in the green room, Joong Ki sat alone on the sofa, sipping warm water. He was wrapped in a gray coat, hoodie pulled halfway over his head. His phone was blowing up. Unread messages, missed calls, thousands of Instagram tags, Twitter mentions, TikTok edits flooding in every second. He picked it up once and put it back down again, until a single message made him stop. From his mother. The letter from his mother. "You were always enough." Song Joong Ki's mother had never texted him during interviews before. But this time she sent one sentence. "Come home tonight. I've written something for you." That night, after hours of quiet, Joong Ki drove alone to his childhood home in Daejeon. No entourage, no reporters. Just one man returning to where it all began. And waiting at the kitchen table was a handwritten letter. She had folded it twice and placed it beside his favorite childhood mug. Joong Ki picked it up with trembling hands. The letter read, "You were 6 when you asked me, 'Mom, am I good enough?' And today, I heard that same question in a grown man's voice. Let me answer you again, my son. You have always been enough. Even when you failed. Even when you fell. Even when your smile disappeared. I love you not because you're a star. I love you because you are my son, and nothing can dim that light. Thank you for showing the world the heart I've always known. Come home more often. We'll heal together." That night, Song Joong Ki slept in his old room for the first time in over a decade. No scripts, no stylist, no lights, just silence and peace. Fans organize Light for Joong Ki night globally. While he was healing privately, the world was showing up for him publicly. Within 48 hours, fans in 13 countries had organized a viral campaign called #LightForJoongKi, asking people to light candles, post messages of vulnerability, and share their own hidden battles using the hashtag. In Seoul, hundreds of fans gathered outside his agency building, silently holding candles and wearing black t-shirts with the words, "You're not alone. Not anymore." One girl, just 14, held a handwritten sign. Because of you, I told my mom about my depression. Another fan live-streamed from Brazil, her voice shaking. He cried so we could feel seen. Now we stand for him. This wasn't a press stunt. This wasn't a scandal. This wasn't a performance. This was a man, beloved around the world, finally telling the truth. And in that truth, he reminded all of us of something powerful. That even the strongest smiles can hide the deepest silence. That even the biggest stars can feel the most alone. And that healing begins the moment we stop hiding. So Joong Ki, if you're reading this, you are more than enough. You always were. And now, more than ever, we see you. We hear you. And we believe in you. Comment below. What broke you most in Song Joong Ki's confession? Which moment felt closest to your own life? And what message would you send him today? Like, share, and don't forget to subscribe because coming up next, behind the scenes, what Joong Ki's manager did after the cameras went off. Exclusive. The private letter he wrote to his son that he never meant to share. Inside the fanbase healing movement inspired by Song Joong Ki's tears.